Hello fellow creature, welcome back to Rooftop Talks. Today I want to bring your attention to an idea that I had kind of randomly. Someone screaming in the building. Do you ever think of your animal? Your animal. And I'm not talking about just pet owners here. If you bought some meat at a market stall, that meat is the dead body of an animal, presumably. And you bought ownership of that animal carcass. So now the ownership of that animal has been transferred to you. Okay? The reason that animal was there and available for you to purchase is because someone made the anticipation that you would walk along and you might be inclined to purchase that piece of animal that day. You bought the meat, you took it home, you cooked it, you ate it, you shat it down the toilet. But going by that, you've actually owned a lot of animals in your lifetime. A lot of pieces of animals have passed through your ownership. That ownership may have been short-lived, but it amounts to a lot over your lifespan. A lot of animals passed through my ownership before I changed, before I considered the experience of the animal and the experience that I was demanding. I was demanding that production cycle continues. I was demanding that supply chain continued. I was financially incentivizing it. That's how it works, economics 101. If we're talking about an animal product that's food or drink, that ownership may last 24 hours. If we're talking about a leather jacket, it might be 20 years. So when it comes to food, that's the one that's the most short-lived, the quickest one. You probably can't remember what you ate last week. You probably can't remember the piece of the animal you owned last week. That's how little it means to you. That was an animal's life. That was someone's life that was terminated in a very grisly way, very cold machine way in a slaughterhouse. And you can't remember it. You can't remember your ownership, your demand of that thing. You can't remember it from last week. It's like amnesia. You just go on to the next week. It's a habit. But you should know, and you should continue to be aware of the fact that someone had to put on those slaughter gloves and mercilessly kill your animal for you, was probably paid minimum wage to do so, to bring those body parts to you. You are a death merchant. If this is you. And look, I know I'm calling you names, but I'm also calling myself names. I did the same thing. I did that same thing for years in ignorance. If I could define that period of my life, it would be blissful ignorance. And I happen to be of the character of someone who does not want to live in a state of ignorance. Come what may, for better or for worse, I want to be tethered to the truth somehow. We've got to bring up dairy. For dairy, you are buying the products of an animal. Someone had to imprison that animal, had to rape that animal to get the reproductive process going so that that animal could lactate for you. And they raped her, and they raped her, and they raped her until she couldn't take any more. Her body gave up. Her body couldn't take any more. And then sent her to the slaughterhouse. If you think that dairy is somehow not on par with meat, ignorance. You're living in ignorance. Are you brave enough to lift the veil? When's the last time you thought about your animal? Have you ever thought about your animal? Just a suggestion, maybe you should once in a while. Think of the suffering of which you spare yourself the sight. If you don't regard her as a sensitive being, a once living creature who most likely just wanted to be left alone by humans, wanted to roam, she wanted to live according to the natural patterns that her biology created her in that kind of way, yeah, maybe you should think about her. Start connecting yourself. Start plugging in to the world around you. And I know a lot of people don't want you to think this way, right? They don't want you to improve in this kind of way. Right now, you're a nice, obedient, unquestioning consumer, which is great for them, great for those industries, not great for the animals. Maybe you should just, and you can just wake up if you want. I'm wondering what kind of character you are, whether you would do that or not. You have the knowledge. You understand what it is you're demanding of your animal. That animal was conscious, was alive, and was abused because of your demand, because of your continuing demand. Take yourself out of that and you stop participating in that demand, and then the demand for animal abuse goes down steadily over time, right? You'd be being the change you want to see in the world. You could truly call yourself an animal lover then. You can't right now. Animal lovers don't demand that animals be abused on their behalf. They don't demand that animals be exploited on their behalf. So that's what I wanted to say in this video. Think about your animal. I hope you stick around for more of these talks. See you later.
Excuse me. That's quite a wrap you're wearing. Perhaps I could get you some fluffy new slippers made from the heads of innocent and defenseless baby seals.
Who is this ghastly man?
Ace Ventura, pet detective. And you must be the Monopoly guy. Hey, thanks for the free parking.
Another activist, McGuire.
Activist. Yes.
Activist, yes.
Mr. Ventura, there's nothing wrong with enjoying the fruits of nature. You should try it sometime.
Alrighty then. You know something? You're right. La da 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 la da 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 da. Hey,
Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
it's lovely, but I fancy myself in autumn.